So I've been doing my season preview series here on the channel for the upcoming 25-26 regular season. Doing this in no particular order. I am on holidays this week, so if anything has changed with the rosters, with the teams coming up these next few days, I guess I'll address that when I come back from holidays, unless I can do a video from where I'm staying. But that's just going to give you the heads up. This has been recorded ahead of time, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So today we're going to talk about the Oshawa Generals, a team that has had quite a bit of success these last two seasons, going back to back OHL championships. Of course, falling short in both of those matchups, but still quite impressive what this Generals team has been able to do. So let's look back at the last three seasons. Starting off in 22-23, they had a record of 26-36, 1-5, 58 points, and that was a first round exit against the Ottawa 67s. But then the following season, they had a fantastic run to finish the 23-24 campaign. I believe it was a 12-game winning streak to end the regular season, and on the final day, they earned that win against the Sudbury Wolves, and that claimed them top spot in the Eastern Conference. And that gave them a record of 40-19-7-2, 89 points. It was impressive. They went all the way to the OHL final, and with Beckett Seneca injured, this team just ran out of momentum and were swept by the London Knights in the 2024 final. And then this past season, they had a record of 41-21, 4-2, 88 points. They were in a battle with both Kingston and Brantford for top spot in the East Division. They would end up finishing fourth in the Eastern Conference standings, but that didn't matter. They still found a way to go all the way to the OHL final, this time losing to the London Knights in 5 games. Looking at last season's stats, their goals for per game, 3.83 goals per game on average. Their goals against was 3.2 goals against per game. Their power play, middle of the pack, operated at 22%, ninth overall. And then their penalty kill, 79.9%, which was eighth. So their stats from last year, they were okay. I know that we had the coaching change midway through when they were first in the Eastern Conference. So Rourke was let go, which surprised some, but the defense was the factor. The team, the penalty kill at that point was near the bottom in the overall rankings and just needed to get things done with the systems. And they, in fact, did that. They were able to turn things around and be competitive. And it goes to show they went all the way to the OHL final last year. Your top 5 scorers for the Generals, Beckett Seneca led the way last season. 36 goals, 50 assists for 86 points. Luca Morelli had a great run. Second in scoring, 19 goals, 55 assists for 74 points. Callum Ritchie, he joined the team late, but he still put up 15 goals, 55 assists for 70 points. Colby Barlow was the big addition at the start of the regular season from Owen Sound. He put up 32 goals, 29 assists, 61 points. Took him a little bit to get going, but it happens sometimes when you move to a new team. And for Barlow, still 4th overall in scoring for the Generals last season. And then rounding out the top 5 was Luke Torrance, 24 goals, 29 assists for 53 points. And back-to-back seasons for Jacob Oster. He was the starter and played the bulk of the games. He had a record of 32-17, 3-1, 904 save percentage. He had an outstanding run as a member of the Oshawa Generals during his junior hockey career. And of course, last year being his overage season, so he'll be graduating. And then Isaac Gravel, the young netminder, 9-3-1 was his record, 877 save percentage. So not too shabby there for Gravel, who should get more ice time in this upcoming season for the Oshawa Generals. During the offseason, the Oshawa Generals, not too busy. They did make one trade with the Sioux Greyhounds. They acquired goaltender Reed Thomas from the Sioux. He only played 1 game last season. He is an Oshawa native, so it's kind of nice seeing being able to try and get into the lineup here with his hometown team. Now, what's going to be interesting is their overage situation, because they've got the likes of Callum Ritchie, Colby Barlow, and Andrew Gibson. Let's face it, they're not likely going to return for an OA season. You don't typically see NHL drafted and signed players return, but there is that off chance they come back. But they're going to need that then for their draft cupboard, which we'll get to in just a few minutes. Their signings this offseason, they brought in their first-round pick, Sam Roberts, so he'll be on the roster this year. They've also signed third-round selection Tyler Hinn and imports Oni Kulto. They've signed goaltender Andrei Bondarev, who is 6'5". This guy is a giant. and then also Vadim Smirnov. So they've got their 3 import spots secured, which is a good sign for the Generals going into next year. Now the draft cupboard. They've been a contender these last 2 seasons, and their draft picks have been well depleted. They don't have a draft pick until the 6th round in 2026, outside of the first round selection. In the OHL, teams are not allowed to trade their first round picks, so that's why the second round picks are more valuable. And for Oshawa, no picks after the first round until the 6th. In 2027, they don't have any picks until the 7th round. In 2028, they have a 4th round pick, and then nothing until the 7th round, which is the Sioux Greyhounds pick. And for 2029, they already traded away their 2nd round pick. So over the next 4 years, no 2nd round selections. That just goes to show that this team, they need to do a bit of a retool here. Maybe look to trade away some veteran players to recoup some picks. There's been a lot of speculation about maybe Beckett Seneca, if he comes back from the Anaheim Ducks. Would he then be moved to another team? There's also Toronto Maple Leafs prospect Ben Danford. There's been speculation about him maybe joining a team like the Windsor Spitfires or the Brantford Bulldogs. So this is where, for Oshawa, yes, you've been to back-to-back OHL championships, but now you're going to have to recoup in the draft capital here. So for me, I have this feeling Oshawa is going to take a drop, finishing in the 7 to 10 portion of the Eastern Conference standings. Do they make the playoffs? Could they be like the North Bay Battalion of this past season? Potentially. But I think for the Oshawa Generals, this is going to be a step back season, and then we'll see what happens in 2026-27. And maybe it's a good thing I'm on holidays, because the channel vote does not support my prediction whatsoever. On the channel, the vote is 28% that the Oshawa Generals will finish in the top 3. 66% of the channel believe the Generals should finish somewhere between 4th and 6th. And then 7% feel that the Generals will finish somewhere between 7th and 10th. So I might be wrong with my predictions. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see it this year. I see Oshawa as a team looking to recoup picks and wanting to move out veteran players so that they can build for the future. It's part of the junior hockey cycle. You have a couple years where you're challenging for championships, and then you just have to take a year or two where you're trying to rebuild and recoup and create that new foundation going forward with a player such as Sam Roberts, who they just drafted this past draft. So we'll have to wait and see. Am I out of touch? Let me know in the comment section below. And let me know what your thoughts are with the Oshawa Generals going into the 25-26 OHL season. So again, thank you very much for your support. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we will talk to you again soon.